Bailey McKellop.
And I'm Joel Faust.
And you're watching Crown News Update, a weekly news program giving you highlights in world news, national news, local news, and mission news, and what's happening on campus. Let's get started with our world news for this week. Joel?
In world news today, a Yemen ammo factory exploded on Monday, leaving at least 121 people dead and 45 reported as injured. Sources expect death tolls to rise over the next couple of weeks. Most of those who were killed were identified as locals who had ransacked the factory since militants had taken it over on Sunday. The explosion adds to Yemen's list of violence that has broken out over the past months, including political unrest, fights, and demonstrations.
Japan's Prime Minister Nato Kan has declared the recent earthquake as Japan's worst crisis since World War II. With death tolls adding up to over 11,000, that number is expected to exceed 18,000. Hundreds of thousands of people remain homeless, and damage costs expect to amount to $310 billion, marking this natural disaster the most expensive on record. Workers continue to fight fires, explosions, radiation scares, and deal with meltdown preventions. Recent reports reveal that reactor number 2 may be leaking radioactive water as far as Tokyo, making its way into vegetables, raw milk, and tap water. Those living within 12 miles of the plant were ordered to leave. Khan stated that they will continue to handle the crisis in a state of maximum alert.
Today in national news, New York is on the lookout for an Egyptian cobra that escaped from the New York Bronx Zoo on Friday. Workers have been searching the zoo, and the reptile house has remained closed as a precaution. The snake is around 20 inches long and has a massive dose of lethal venom. Zoo officials believe that the cobra hasn't gotten far and is not in the public area, but still within the reptile house since it prefers isolated areas. Experts say the snake is unlikely to attack anyone unless it feels threatened. If bitten, a cobra can kill an elephant in 3 hours and a human in only 15 minutes. The zoo is banking on catching the snake when it comes out because it's hungry.
Texas AUS student pleaded not guilty Monday after being accused of buying chemicals and equipment to build a weapon of mass destruction. The student, who's from Saudi Arabia, has a trial date set for May 2nd. The student is on a student visa and has been traced through online purchases and online posts, along with having his apartment, computer, email accounts, and diary searched. Authorities found a $435 purchase and suspicious chemical order, along with other equipment found in his apartment to make the weapon. A Saudi industrial company was funding his schooling. He started at Texas Tech University studying chemical engineering before transferring schools and now currently studying business. He wrote about his future plans to attack the U.S. and Osama bin Laden's influence on him. If he is convicted, the offense will face up to a life in prison and a $250,000 fine.
For local news, from tragedy to triumph, the Perham Yellow Jackets won the 2A championship last Saturday, when player number 3, Zach Gabbard, went a sudden cardiac arrest during a game on January 20th. The team dedicated their future games to Zach. After winning, the team and coaches each held up 3 fingers for Zach in the championship picture since he wasn't able to attend the game. This was the team's first title ever. Gabbard has been doing well and recovered at home.
St. Bonnie is taking flooding precautions for the upcoming months. Residents living by 6 Mile Creek are concerned about low-lying, marshy land, expecting it to cause some flooding. The city has on hand 1,000 sandbags for an emergency situation, along with more sandbags for citizens to purchase for 35 cents. The city increased the amount of sandbags on hand due to residents' concerns.
For this week's mission news, in Egypt, along with the unrest of all citizens, the attacks against Christians have been on the rise. This past week, there was the murder of a priest and damage of church property. A large mob attacked Christian homes and a church building in South Cairo as well. There's now a curfew for Christians which affects about 12,000 people. Although the political turmoil has brought people together, it has failed to cure and bridge the gap of religion.
In Pakistan, 2 believers were killed, as well as an additional 2 more who were critically injured while a church was celebrating their 30th anniversary. A group of Muslim youth were found teasing a woman when some men came out to defend her. The youth retreated but returned with guns. The police finally came into action but unfortunately ended up arresting innocent teens instead.
Now for our Crown News. Chapels for the upcoming week start with GIT Chapel on Monday, following with Lenten small groups on Wednesday. On Friday, April 1st will be the departmental convocations. On Sunday, April 3rd is U-Turn 903 with GIT. And finally, on Monday, April 4th, we will have our Scholarship Chapel. Some of the Bible studies that are meeting this week include Time with Abba, which meets every Monday through Friday from 7 to 7:45 a.m. in the President's Room in the library. The house meets on Wednesdays from 4 to 5 in the chapel. Come and pray for the nations.
Some events that are coming up include Restore Reilly Film Festival at Spring Banquet, which happens this Friday, April 1st. Hopefully you all have gotten your tickets. It's going to be a great night. Now that spring break is over with and all the students are back on campus, the Crown College Choir and Brass are inviting you to come to their homecoming concert this Sunday at 4 p.m. in Trinity Lutheran. Come support your friends and listen to some fun music. The fall semester is right around the corner, which means that fall registration is coming up. The date for seniors and juniors is Wednesday, April 6th. Sophomores will be able to register Monday, April 11th, and freshmen on Thursday, April 14th. Go on to Campus Connect to register. Make sure to get any holds taken care of before registration opens. Registration dates are broken up based off your class year. Now to Mad Max with sports.
Hey, this is Mad Max, and this is your week in sports. The NCAA tournament has taken an interesting turn this year as none of the number one seeds have qualified for the Final Four coming up this weekend in Houston. The University of Kentucky, Virginia Commonwealth University, University of Connecticut, and Butler University have all made the Final Four and are 2 games away from the national championship. And this opening weekend, Major League Baseball will look on Thursday to have the Yankees play Detroit. Opening pitch is at 12:05. Crown College baseball and softball teams are looking to get their bats and gloves ready for upcoming games. The baseball team plays Finlandia in Waconia on Wednesday, March 30th at 5:30 and 8:30 p.m. Also, they will play Northwestern College on April 4th and 5th at Northwestern. The softball team will look to play North Central and get their first win in over a year on the 4th as well.
I'm Bailey McKellop.
And I'm Joel Faust.
Thank you for watching Crown News Update.